Hello lovelies, how are you all doing today? So today is another makeup of the day, get ready with me. So I'm gonna just put this on camera. The Nivea Q10 Anti-Wrinkle Sensitive Firming Day Cream. I don't normally do this on camera, but we may as well. There really isn't much left. Right, now that's on, I go in with the e.l.f. Liquid Poreless Putty Primer, which we're down to here. It just feels like I say that every single time. So let's pop a bit of this on. So yesterday I finally got around to doing a live stream. Thank you to all of those that came in. Ugh. Really getting difficult to get some out of there. Maybe I won't be able to get some out tomorrow, even though it does look there's quite a bit left here. I don't think there's that much. Now it's time for a drink, I think. That rhymed a bit. Right. We shall now go in with the L'Oreal True Match Illuminator in Icy Glow. This is part of Shop My Stash. I think, like everything else, I'll be using this Project Pan or Project 10 Uses because it's coming to an end. The Project 10 Uses is going to have to get updated soon. That's expensive. It's going to have to get updated soon. I'm going to have to think of more of a plan to make sure there's a bit of a window in between me having to do all the updates on things, especially the Shop My Stash and also the Project 10 Uses. They can't be done together, a week or two apart, I think. Right, so we're going back in with the Maybeline Fit Me New Look Dewy and Smooth in Porcelain 110. I think we've established by now it's not the shade they're saying it is. So what I do with this, I just try and put a bit on the sponge, the tiniest amount. Ooh, that's a bit too much. And then I go in with another foundation. That should be okay. See, it's just the tiniest amount. I'll never finish this the way I'm using it, just because I don't need a lot of it. But when I go in with the Urban Decay Stay Naked Hydromaniac, and it blends it out, it's a good mix. So part of me is like, do I keep it? Do I use it up? And do I just never buy it again? Or what? But I just don't like mixing things like this. So there we go. Right, let's start off on the forehead. I just hate it when you've got to mix foundations. Like normally when I go in with a lighter shade, I am the lighter shade. They're saying that Maybelline is the lightest. It's not. Not for someone as fair as me anyway. I should be putting in a complaint to Maybelline. I remember when I saw it on the site and I couldn't believe I'd seen it because we can't get that foundation here. And I was like practically jumping for joy over the foundation because one, I'd found the foundation, and two, they had it in my shade. But it looked a hell of a lot lighter on the site. It is what it is, right, guys? I know what lipstick I'm gonna have to wear just because it's not had 10 uses yet, and that's the Fenty Beauty. Is it Fussy? Because I don't want to drag that one over. I want it to have 10 uses. Right, that's looking good, or as good as it can. Right, now I'm going to go in with the Glossier Stretch Concealer. I really need a brush. I don't think I've got one though. I mean, I've got one, but they're in my eyeshadow brushes. It's just for placement. Like I've been watching Nina Ube, and she says place it here, here, on both sides when you're over 40, and then like here as well. So maybe tomorrow I'll try that. But this is a very, very thin concealer. It works as a skin tint for the summertime. The amount of times I've used it as a skin tint. I've just got some more out. What shall I do with it? Shall we put some here? Don't know why I did that. Like something like this would work. I use that for my powder eyeshadow. Okay, let's do the brows. Now we'll go on with the NYX The Brow Glue. Right, now we're going in with the Unit Transparent Loose Powder. So this is Shot My Stash as well. And I found one of these little powder puffs, so we'll use that as well. Just gets into the corner a lot easier. Yeah, so I was saying before, I got the Get Up and Go to do a live stream yesterday. I think I'm going to be doing them Mondays and Fridays. I didn't put it on my community tab yesterday just because I didn't know if I'd be doing it. So I'm not going to be doing it as often as I did it kind of last time, just because I got burnt out by it. And I don't want to be burnt out, you know, and being all miserable on YouTube. I want to be all happy. Drink some water. Right, let's go in with the Sephora contour stick. Mine's in Fertile Light. I don't know why I need to look at the back of it, just because I know what shade it is. I don't think I'm going to get any cream bronzer anymore after I've used the ones up, especially not Rare Beauty in the shade Bright Side. So I was talking to my friend Lisa, and she said on her it is cool. It is quite a cool shade. On me though, it just looks really, really warm. I don't like it. So what I'm going to be doing with that bronzer is using it up, because I'm not decluttering it. If I really don't like it, I'll give it to my niece. I'll ask her if she wears cream bronzer. If she doesn't, I'll use it up and never buy it again. I'm quite hard to please when it comes to bronzer. Not so much contour anymore, but definitely bronzer. Just because if it's too warm, you know, it kind of makes me look muddy. If it's too orange, I look like I've been tangled. And no one wants that look for themselves, do they? You want to look sun-kissed. So what I can do there is not get cream bronzer. I can just put contour on and then a powder bronzer. So I was telling her that because she's a lot, I wouldn't say she's got a deeper skin tone, but she's not as fair as me, so that's probably why it looks more cool on her. So that's part of Project Pan 10 uses. And I just want to use it up. I'll be sad when it's gone, but I want to use it up just because there's not much left. And if I haven't used it all up in the Project 10 uses, I'm just going to keep it in for Shop My Stash. Maybe. Or maybe I'll just keep it in for Project 10 uses. Right, now I'm going to go in with the Tanya Bear bronzer that's in my magnetic palette. It's getting harder and harder to put some on the brush. So I'm probably going to need to, like, kind of scrape it, put it in the middle, and then put rubbing alcohol on. Because you'll see when I do the update, you'll see what I mean. It was good that I brought this in for the Project 10 uses because I didn't know if I wanted to keep it. I was actually just going to declutter it from the magnetic palette. Right, now I'm just going to blend all this in because I don't want it looking too muddy or dirty. Not that it does. One of my subscribers, MG Crafting, said to me yesterday in the live stream she'd been watching some very old makeup tutorials, and I'm like, oh no, they're so cringe, just because I wasn't the same person. I was never fake back then, and I'm not fake now, but back then I had a lot of problems with my ex-husband, and you know, it was like walking on eggshells. If you go back so far as you can go back, well, it's not all makeup tutorials anyway, it's hauls, and it's like an ASMR channel, and I don't like that kind of channel. I'm so quiet within myself. One, I didn't have confidence. Two, like I said, I was walking on eggshells. I didn't want to kind of say anything to piss him off. So, and guys, nobody should have to live like that. Let's get one thing straight. He never laid a finger on me. But people don't have to lay a finger on you. There's emotional abuse. And I didn't see the wood for the trees. It was my sister who actually saw it. And I'm like, no, he's not like that. And then I saw it when me and him went our separate ways. I saw how I'd been living, kind of thing. Not pleasant, to be honest. Right, blush. Because I've not used them a lot, I think I'm going to go in with Benefit Havana and Thai. I don't know the name of it, but it's a really pink blush. I think this is only the second time I will have used them both. Oh gosh. Do not want clown cheeks. Don't put it there. I'll probably put it a bit low down as well. Let me just take the excess off. It's a nice colour mixed. But that Thai blush is nice by itself. I need to try Havana by itself. I have tried Havana by itself, but I can't remember what it looked like. I think them two will be staying in. Well, I know they'll be staying in. I've not used them 10 times. So let's blend this out. Yeah, cool. And then the highlighter is going to be Primark's highlighter, which every time I use this palette I go in with this. And then blend that out. We're using a new eyeshadow palette today. Well, it's not new, it's just I have used it before, so we're going to be using Cosmic brushes, or what it's called now is Cosmic Beauty Serenity. I did use one before, but mine went bad. Luckily I had a backup. I want to do a purple look, so I think I'll only be using that 2 or 3 times maybe. Right, we're going to go in with the finishing powder, which is the Huda Beauty Glowish in the shade Fair. Which I'm doing rather well with, guys. I mean, I'm not going to finish it anytime soon, but yeah, I feel like I'm doing rather well with it. Right, now we're going to go in with Juvia's Place Eye Prime Eyeshadow Base. Right, so why should people use live stream? So I want to go through that with you guys. Well, if your channel's under 1,000 subscribers, definitely I would recommend it. You don't have to do it every day like I was doing, and I wasn't doing it for that reason. I was doing it, let's just make sure there's nothing on this brush. I was doing it because at this point I do have a community, you know. I do have people that want to come in and check in and see how I'm doing, and I want to talk to them as well. I'm just going to be going in with this now, and that's why I do it. Because when I started doing lives as much as I was doing them, I had over 1,000 subscribers. But if you haven't got 1,000 subscribers yet and you haven't met your watch time, that is a good way to do it. Even if people just keep popping in and popping out, you're gonna build your views and your watch time up over however many videos that you do live streaming. So I do recommend it. You can just get burnt out by it if you get a lot of trolls in it, which is what happened to me. I was doing 7 days a week. I wasn't doing longer form content. So yeah, I'm doing a bit of both at the moment. I want to see how I go by doing a bit of both. Right, so before I put eyeshadow on, I want to go in with the Delba First Spray Serum Setting Spray. Don't let any go to waste because it's expensive. Right, and then I'll show you the palette, and then you'll be able to see hardly any of it has been used. Let's take it out of the sleeve. So it looks like this. This is the front of it, and then inside, that's what it looks like. And I think I've only used this shade so far, Opal, and I'll probably use that again today. So I've used Pixie here. Must have been for a liner. I want to go in with the purple, so we'll start off with Make-A-Wish. So it's going to be quite pastel leaning as well. Let me get some brushes. Right, I think I'm going to have to change my Glaminatrix brushes. Some of them I might be able to use, but definitely not this one. Because I use it all the time, I feel like it's got a lot of brown eyeshadow in it. Let me see what I can find. Right, so we'll start off with the Mange one. That's completely clean. And we'll go in with Make-A-Wish. At the end, I will show you all of these. This one's quite stiff, so it's probably going to pack a punch. We'll just see what we can do with it. Where's my mirror? Just get the Charlotte Tilbury mirror. So, right, so these eyeshadows, these pastel leaning ones, are probably better with a white base because I'm not seeing anything. I might just put it all through the lid actually and up to the crease because we're going to build on it anyway. I mean, I can't see it in the camera, but I can see it in the mirror. Yeah, I can definitely see it in the mirror, but it looks very, very whitewashed within the camera. So I'm hoping once we've built them up, you're going to be able to see it better. This is what I mean about this camera that I'm filming on now. Like sometimes you just can't see things as what they are, but I'm doing the best that I can, guys. Right, so I've used this one, Make a Wish. So now we're going to go in with Awake. I think, yeah, Awake. That's the second deepest purple. Right, that's more of a periwinkle. Again, we will go in all the way on the lid. Oh, you can see it now, can't you? So that's that. Okay. Right, then we're going with Pixie, but only on the outer corner. I'll use the same brush. Maybe do this. Oh, that's really purple. You should be able to see that. Maybe we'll do this on the lash line as well. So on the outer corner, we'll stamp it. Maybe take it to about halfway. Flick it out a bit. Or more like wiggle it out a bit. Again, you can't see it as much as what I can see it in the mirror. Right, let's get some glitter primer. Right, so what I've just done is gone in with the Technique glitter primer, the one I use all the time. And what I want to do now is go in with this purple eyeliner by Urban Decay. I think it's in the shade Vice. Yes, it is. Getting to the point where I need to sharpen it. Do I know where a sharpener is? Yeah, I've got a sharpener here, so let's try and do that. You know, I think I need to get a new sharpener. I think all my sharpener's done. I mean, it's sharpened it okay, but I feel like it's took half the pencil away with it. Oh, my eyes are watering. Don't you just love having dry eyes? Now I'm going to go in with that Revolution powder again, just to make sure everything is blended out seamlessly. It doesn't look too bad actually. And then we can go in with the gorgeous shimmer. I think it's like multi-dimensional, maybe a duochrome. I keep looking at the Undergrowth palette on the Cosmic Beauty website, but I just think it's all greens. How often am I going to use it realistically? I mean, and then there's that neutral one. I know I won't use that because it's very warm. And I'm not really a very warm kind of person. I'm a cool girl kind of person normally. I can either wear warms or cools. I'm quite lucky in that sense. But then the cooler palette, I just don't like it. So they need to bring something out that I'm like, oh, or maybe not, since I'm on a no buy. Right, Ether, this one here. So stunning. So this is like a blurple shade. Why have I got black on it? Right, I don't want to put that on my eye. There we go. Look how metallic that is. Oh, this is so stunning. I don't know if I'm going to do something on the lash line. There's a blue in here, I could do that. Oh, wowzers. Who even says wowzers anymore? Apparently your girl does. I don't know what to have for my dinner. I've not eaten anything yet. Wow, that's just so pretty. Right, so I think now we're going in with Opal. This one here. Yeah, and we're going to do that for the inner corner. Oh, that one's got a bit of green in. It's okay. I'll go back in with some more of that ether and try and get them blended in a little bit better. I used to call this shade ether. I don't think it's ether, I think it's ether. Now that is beautiful. Right, so I could go in with Pixie and make it all purple, but shall we give it some dimension? Part of me feels like going in with this Twilight shade. It's one of those sequins, so let's do that. Okay. Oh, that's pretty, isn't it? So I picked the right shade. I don't think that purple would have shown up like that. Wowza, that is so pretty. I do love a good pastel purple though. If you don't know that about me, get to know that. I'm only kidding. Now we'll go in with Essence of False Lashes Mascara. Compared to my live streams, these are actually very short videos. You know, this would be a good mascara if it wasn't so wet. It's a very wet formula. I used to love it though back in the day. When I first tried it, I had about 3 or 4 of them. Like I tried it, loved it, and I bought like 2 or 3 of them back to back. So that's what that looks like. Let's do lips now. Right, so for lips, because this is part of the That's Expensive project pan and I barely use it, this is how much I don't use lip liner. Let's go in with the Essence Stay 8-hour lip liner. It's waterproof and it's in the shade Unforgettable. So we're going with this first. I'm not filling the entire lip in. Well, it seems I am, so I'm not filling the entire lip in, going ham down there, so seems my hand wants to do something different than my brain. I used this yesterday. It's a Fenty Beauty, is it Putty? I'm doing quite well with this. It's not one of those lipsticks that I want to finish up because it's really expensive. But if I finish it, I finish it, right? I'm not going to cry over the fact that I've finished a lipstick. I'm going to rejoice in it. I just love the way they smell. This is the eye look, guys. Absolutely love it. So I keep thinking to myself, should I do 2 looks with this palette? One look on one eye, one look on another eye, but I go out in the evening, so that would look a bit weird. I mean, Halloween is round the corner though, isn't it? So, what do I want to do tomorrow? I do feel like I want to do a green look, like a grungy green with this one here. That one's called Wanderer, this one Moss. These 2 greens. So we've got Spring and we've got Lagoon, those 2. And then we've got this brown, which is called Earth. So maybe we could like do something with those 5 eyeshadows. This one though, this gold, I really want to do a look with it, but I don't know even what I would pair that with. I mean, yes, you could use Earth and potentially you could probably use Oasis, but there's not really any neutral shades in here. So I'd have to think about what I want to do with that. And then there's Serenity as well in here. Am I that bothered about doing Serenity? I don't know. I might only do 2 looks. I might leave these for another time because there's no rush in them, and I can rotate the palette in for another Shop My Stash. I don't even think this is a Shop My Stash palette. I think it's one of those ones that I just wanted to do a couple of looks with. Anyway, that's the palette, guys. It's very, very pretty. Cosmic Brushes palettes are so inexpensive for what you get. I mean, in the newer ones, you're getting multichromes, and for one multichrome from a indie brand, it would cost you £15. And you're getting palettes from Cosmic Brushes for like what, between £25 and £27, and you can also get discount as well. So I think that's really, really good. I'm just not buying everything they come out with, otherwise it would cost a fortune. So again, that's the eye look. Absolutely stunning. Sorry for like going on about it, but I absolutely love this eye look. Thank you for being here, guys. If you're new, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, click the like, click the notifications bell, that will tell you when I'm going to upload next. Share and comment, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye, guys.